Welcome guys, Brandon here from Terminated Gaming, and once again we're back on World of Warships with another replay. This will be part one because actually we have two very similar games going up this week. And so part one of From Skane with Love. Welcome to Tier 7 Pan-European Destroyer Skane. What is unique about the Pan-European Destroyers? Well, they got fast reloading torps that don't do a lot of damage, but are very fast as well. I think Skane's torps are doing 80 knots of speed. Very hard to dodge. Pan-Europeans also have decent guns. They have no smoke screen. They have a heal. They have an engine boost. AA is actually pretty good on them. Well, to upper tiers especially. So, I'm grinding this line. Here's my Skane. Here's the game, Tier 7, on, I believe this is Estuary, right? Yep. Domination. We are top tier. We're up against a Masa Shiratsuyu for enemy destroyers, along with a Hill and a Podvolsky. So, how am I going to play this match? Well, they're torp boats above and foremost. You're going to try to use them as torpedo boats. I cut torpedoes at this Pensacola here. He's not going to be sailing continuously forward, so those torpedoes are a waste. I knew that when firing those, I wasn't probably going to hit, but on the off chance that he turns back around, they're there. I also launch a set of torpedoes into that gap in between the two islands here on the other side of A, just in case a destroyer is trying to cut through there. These are fast torpedoes. You could probably hit a destroyer with them, is kind of the thing. And here I'm just trying to keep my detection range so that way, you know, I'm outside of the Pensacola spotting me, but the Pensacola is really adamant about like chasing me here, so I'm going to end up leaving the cap because I don't want to get spotted by the Pensacola. Pensacola is basically here hunting me, but with the Pensacola that low on health, I'm going to take that shot and I'm going to basically steal that kill from everybody else. But he was about to spot me. He needs to die so I can get back in the cap circle. I'm going to slow up and cut around this island to get back into the smokes, the cap circle. Of course, you might notice as well that we haven't seen an enemy DD on our side yet. I believe the enemy DD in this game really didn't want to come over and contest right away. I mean, he will eventually show up, but it doesn't seem like he wanted to be here right away. Skane does get 12-kilometer torps, which is really nice, so you're going to see me... you can see that the Gneisenau now is slightly cutting inward, so I'm hoping that with launching those torpedoes at him, I was going to potentially hit him, because he'll be closing the distance. Granted, these torpedoes are fast, so that 12 kilometers goes away decently quick when you launch torpedoes that are doing 80 knots. Which is a pleasant surprise. Yeah, they're going to do less damage, and there's Podvolsky for you. They're going to do less damage, but they're fast, and they reload quick. This Podvolsky, I'm holding my fire on him for now. I know he's 2 tiers lower than me, and I was pretty sure that I could beat him in a gunfight, but I just didn't want to play it too risky. The Gneisenau now ends up actually turning completely around, basically. Continues his turn, so he dodges all the torpedoes. I don't believe he was running like a Hydra or anything. I think he just decided to make that turn. There's an enemy New York pushing the center of the map. Our Shiratsu, who is that? That's our Akatsuki, sorry. He's cutting into the middle of the map to kind of deal with the New York, and our friendly Jaguars right there as well. So I do launch torpedoes at the New York. The Jaguars are underground, so I don't figure he's going to run into those. And just let my torpedoes get reloaded. New York looks like he is slowing down here, so I'm like, oh, those torpedoes aren't going to hit. But it is better to try to support the Jaguar, because, I mean, he is being spotted by that New York. So anything that I could have did to help, I tried. I wasn't going to charge over there and get myself killed, though, with targets still over here and me needing to technically protect this A-cap from this Podvolsky. New York completely slows up. He dodges all those torpedoes I launched at him, but I believe the Jaguar is going to get him with the torpedoes here. The Gneisenau now is reversing, so I'm trying to figure out if he's slowing down his reverse, so he's going to start going forward. So I launched these torpedoes in front of him, figuring that he's going to start speeding up, but I misjudge how fast he can speed up. which is, I believe, going to be my problem here. So, really, in retrospect, we haven't done much this game, to be completely fair. We've done less than 1,000 damage, stole a kill, and capped a base. That's about all we've done. So we really need to start picking up the pace on helping, because we're tied. We literally have the same number of caps as them. We have this almost the same number of points, same number of ships. I do manage to actually get 3 torpedo hits on that guy now off the front set, the one that I significantly led further than him, and the other set misses behind him. So now he's going to turn, because he knows I'm existing here. But with the detection range of 6.2, I need to try to keep some distance. And I don't want him to snag a look at me. And he does see me here. So now he kind of knows what I'm doing, which is sailing around. Or I was going to originally sail around this island, try to launch torpedoes. But he's actually cutting the gap now and closing the distance on everybody. So this maneuver is going to not actually work, because I'd have to completely continue sailing around this island to do it. But we do end up spotting this AFK Monteculi, and I launched torpedoes at him. And you'd think, since he's AFK, well, first off, I probably shouldn't have launched at him. He's AFK, not a worthwhile target to shoot at or launch torps at. But guess what? My team's also, you know, kind of, well, they're missing. I don't know if they're actually shooting at him or what they're shooting at. They're missing in between everything. So I launched torpedoes at him. I figured I should get him here, because the torpedo indicator was almost the size of the ship. But alas, I don't believe we do. I believe we're only going to land a few torps on him, because the torpedo indicator had the wide sides. I should have cut it slightly inward or outward from the ship, so that way 2 torpedoes were guaranteed to hit from each set. Torpedoes are about to be reloaded against this guy, and now I keep checking back to see if I'd maybe missed the Monteculusi, and we only hit 3. So, not excellent torpedoes, but I guess they could have been worse. Definitely could have been way better. Really did those poorly. So yes, we're really close to this Gneisenau now here, but I get the torpedoes off. I'm not too worried, as long as the secondaries don't decide that I'm a delicious target. And we get 4 torp hits to kill him. And that significantly increases our damage numbers. We are now going to be within detection range of this Podvolsky. I have no torpedoes to use against him. But the main thing is we're going to try to stay closer to him to engage him with our guns. Granted, our battleships and Jaguar and Cruiser behind us have been doing a decent job against the DDs and what's up here. Granted, now we are behind on points. I shot AP and surprised to do half of the damage there. But we need to kill this Podvolsky, and then all of a sudden the mass shows up, and now I have to try to deal with him too. And since I'd already fired, I'm spotted, so I'm gonna try to shoot back at him. He's way more accurate here, and I get one more shot off, but I'm no longer spotted, and he fired, so he's spotted. We do incapacitate his steering. Podvolsky smoked up here behind us, and I launched torpedoes into that gap again, towards that smoke screen to hopefully maybe clip him with one of those or make him forced out on that corner. We're going to lose a couple torpedoes, I believe 2, 1 from each set, on the way to that Podvolsky, and only get, I think, 4 into that area. Oh, nope, actually the fifth one squeezed past, just barely. We spot the Monteculusi again out there. Our torpedoes did a decent amount of damage to him. The Podvolsky smoke goes way back off to the right side. Figured it's like I'm not going to actually end up hitting him with those. The Bayern on our team actually takes out the Monteculusi instead of shooting at the mass, but I can't fault him. I launched torps at him, an AFK target. The mass is getting closer to the Bayern here. He's going to try to launch torps at him, but the Podvolsky is the one that's going to get torps off on the Bayern. I switched fire to the Podvolsky for some reason here. I guess I figured he's closer to the Bayern. I need to kill him first. And the Bayern did a significant damage. So both of these DDs on the enemy team are on significantly low health. so it won't take much to kill him. But you do have to hit him is the problem. And with this, we should take a comfortable lead because both of these guys are very low on health. So I'm just trying to get the shells to land on that pole-vault ski. Leave him on 15 health. And still missed. Banger gets him with secondaries. He gets a double strike. He actually got the one with his primaries and the other with his secondaries. There's 3 enemy ships left. We're only at 62,000 damage. 10 torpedoes though on target. But we're going to use our speed boost, our heal, and we're going to try to just close on what remains of the enemy team here and see if we can do any more damage this game. At first this Bayern was reversing, but there's nothing to contest him. So I launched the torpedoes figuring, hey, maybe there's a chance he continues to reverse. And I'm going to just try to snag C before I cut back in to deal with them. So I had plenty of time for my torpedoes to reload. And you miss 100% of the torpedo shots you don't take, so... he isn't reversing, so I doubt that he's actually going to catch any of these torpedoes. He'd have to reverse really quickly in order for those. And eventually here he's going to start speeding forward. I think once he realizes that somebody launched torpedoes at him from behind, or well, from his side. Yeah, those torpedoes comfortably miss him. And you see, now he's moving forward. He doesn't have anything in majorly in front of him except for, I believe, our Nelson? No. Something's up there. Akatsuki and a New York, probably, from the looks of it. So I can't launch any torpedoes at him from the angle I'm at. But I want to make sure I get the cap before I get spotted, and then I'll cut in and chase. Because they captured our original spawning cap B, so we're going to capture their C. The Society up on the north takes out the New York, and we only have really the Akatsuki and the Buchoni in a position to affect those guys up there. And my speed boost is unfortunately gone. I reload AP because the Perth looked like he was coming this way, so I figured, well, I can use the AP against the Perth and do some decent damage to him. Yep, and there's the Perth. Perth angles towards me, so the AP really wouldn't have been effective here. And I switch over to torpedoes, but he's unspotted. I was the one spotting him, obviously. But I do have a Bayern behind me, so he could help. I keep the AP here. Really should have switched to HE on that second salvo, but I switch it here. I only got that front turret still firing. He looks like he's going to start turning outwards again, so after this salvo I switch over to AP again. I keep nose into him just in case. There's a salvo in from, I believe, the Jaguar. I have to really maneuver here to get squeezed in there. Thankfully he really didn't shoot back at me, and we get him with the AP guns right there. AP. The Bayern's still pushing towards our Buchoni. I hit a heal because I had enough health to recover. I don't think at this point I was running a adrenaline rush on these captains, or on my captain, because this is a really low skill captain. The Bayern's slightly turning. I launch all of my torpedoes against him to hopefully maybe get another hit on him. Or I hit on him because I haven't even hit him yet. He's chasing down our Buchoni pretty hard. All he has to do here is if he kept on that straight path, he won't take any of these really, because I put them all as if he was slightly turning to chase after the Buchoni. He's also running. This is a very hard shot to attain in any DD, is to hit a ship that's sailing away from you in its stern. And it's very easy for that ship to avoid your torpedoes. But I think we're going to get lucky and maybe hit him with 2. Yeah, we hit him with 2 here. No flooding, though, sadly. I don't even think I was running the flooding skill that you can get on the new commanders, or even the flags for the Skane. I'm doing most of the damage from the actual hits. We only got 1 flood off of 12 hits. I'm trying to judge which way the Sasabe is trying to go, and so I cut them both on the same path. And then I hit my speed boost to try to cutting to his right. I'm gonna have to really get some distance here. Problem is with this island on my right, I really can't. He's closing fast. So we're up to 77,000. We have 3 caps to our name. It's 3 solos. He's about to come within detection range. I missed those torps. Easily missed them with the gap. So I fire HE at him. Maybe I was like, oh, maybe I can get a fire. And he immediately switches fire to me. Gets 1 hit around the corner on me. And he's going to chase me. Because I'm the only thing he can see. My torpedoes are going to be back up. This is the amazing part of that short reload torpedoes. You can take more risk with your torpedoes. And so I cut one out a little wider and one in. I'm going to hit this island, so I have to come around this corner and basically engage him. Start shooting at him. He shoots back. I was like, oh, what's the worst he can do to me? Could have been worse. He avoids the first set of torpedoes, but the second set gets him. And with that, that's how we get 93,000 damage off of 15 torpedo hits, 4 kills, and 3 solo caps. We also spotted 4 targets, so we were doing our job as a destroyer pretty well. It was a slow start. Came top of the team on an XP, 2100 base, yeah, tier 7 DD. And then the expanded results, we really kind of just spread our damage around on a lot of targets. The most damage came from the guys now with 35,000. A decent amount of torpedo hits. 13,000 spotting damage, not really that much. Not very much potential damage, but we did cap everything for the team. We had every single capture point. So that kind of contributed to our spotting the most. Or our capture progress in the 3 solo caps. And to our base XP, vice versa. And, you know, a decent amount of XP for this game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If so, rating me much appreciated, and I'll catch you guys most definitely on the next one.
Shut up and sit down.